This island that we call home is a place filled with vast beauty if we could take a moment to realize our island's beauty has many faces. From open sandy shores to rocky coastal cliff lines, the deep valleys to the freshwater caves of the limestone forests to cascading waterfalls. Our island's beauty is endless, and that's why when we walk in this land, we walk with respect. We walk with a deep love and appreciation because we are blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Join us on this journey. Mañe'lu, Halom.
Hafaday Todas, welcome to the finale of our Halom Hikes series. For this episode, our mentors decided to venture into the Badlands of Zonya to find the Disney movie-inspired Tarzan Falls. The entire area is known as Kanu'un, which means a place of eating, and is a small part of the mighty Ilig River, which is one of our island's longest rivers, the other being Pago and Ugum. The area is known by some Chamorros as hunting grounds as well, so perhaps the name is fitting. It's a place that we could find stuff to eat, Umbri. So, get your saris ready, look to the sky, lift your spirit, set it free, and join us on the finale of our Halom Hike series.
Oddly enough, even though Tarzan Falls is technically located in Zonya, the most commonly used entrance is located in Cross Island Road between Santa Rita and Windward Hills. If you're coming from Windward Hills, continue to drive past Our Lady of Peace and keep an eye out on your right for the telephone line with all the shoes hanging out having a good time. If you're coming from Santa Rita, the left side of the road after the residential area is where you want to be looking. The other landmark that distinguishes the trailhead is the access road to the relatively new installment to the area, the Wind Turbine, which is a pilot project of Guam Power Authority to test the viability of wind power as an alternative energy source. On this particular day, the turbine wasn't on. Maybe it was working from home.
As far as what to wear when you come here, if you want to know, we can show you. Unless you get lucky with a cloudy day, expect to catch some sun on this one. Have a hat on hand or be prepared to be a t-shirt ninja. Wear or bring swim clothes as there will be an opportunity for waterfall activities and some good hiking shoes or tabbies. Hanum is always priority on these hikes. The waterfall may have fresh water, but better to be safe than get Mañe'lu later.
Right at the beginning of our trail, we encountered our first featured plant of this hike, Starshita jamaicensis, also known as Jamaican vervain. We couldn't find the Chamorro term for it, so if any of you viewers know, feel free to DM us on our IG at Inafa'maolek Youth. This plant has a number of useful applications. The leaves can be boiled into a tea and can even be chewed and applied to burns or cuts. The feature that it is most commonly known for are the tiny purple flowers that it produces. These flowers are also edible. As you can see, I'm eating here and it tastes like mushrooms. Look out for them next time and give them a try if you're ever hungry or need a snack while you're hiking. You will immediately notice the presence of ferns here as well. These are most likely Davalia solida or Puga Masina in Chamorro. I know we all typically think of these things as decorations, whether it be at a fiesta or in your grandma's backyard, but their leaves and rootstocks have been used as medicine by other islands like Fiji, Samoa, New Caledonia, and Tahiti to treat a variety of ailments like sore throat, asthma, and arthritis. Ask your local Surahano or Surahano for more information. Support local, nay.
The beginning of the trail is level for the most part, partially due to the amount of traffic the area receives. The way is well marked by hiking tags nowadays, so keep your eyes out for them and keep on strolling. You will eventually be led behind the fence where the wind turbine is located. Continue to follow the trail that leads left, as the paths that lead to the right are most likely heading to Tarzan Falls. Though another great spot, our path today is set for another, maybe next season. Another thing you will definitely notice here is the relief from Isemnak from very large trees. Most of the trees here were planted as part of the coastal conservation area and are meant to help preserve and rejuvenate the soil in these badland areas. These trees planted here, Acacia auriculaformis, are a variety of acacia trees that are fire resistant, help replenish nitrogen in soil, and are great for assisting in the prevention of wildfires. Though they are not native to Guam, they help turn these areas from badlands into good lands. The wildfires in this area are almost always, if not always, caused by humans. Whether it's from a stray ember from a burn pile or an intentional fire set by lazy hunters, the wildfires do tremendous damage to the plant life that undo the effects of erosion in the area.
As the way begins to incline, you'll be treated to a spectacular view of the area between here and the Leo Palace Resort. This is a perfect vantage point to see the large-scale effects of soil erosion. A significant amount of erosion is due to the prominence of recreational off-roading here, especially from those who decide to deviate from well-established trails and create new ones. Now, before all of you off-roaders start calling us buzzkills or whatever, just know that we're not here to tell you what to do. How you choose to spend your time is up to you, but what we do want is to educate people on how these activities affect our island and in turn us as well. The sedimentation from here eventually ends up in the ocean and onto the reefs, which further damage an already stressed ecosystem. Crazy to think about, I know, considering how seemingly far away the ocean is from this place. But it goes to show the duality of our human potential for destruction and creation. Okay, stepping off the soapbox now. Back to the regular scheduled program.
On a lighter note, another thing that becomes apparent is the presence of clay. Normally, access to this resource requires you to dig, but around here, the vehicles do the digging. Clay was a very important resource to the ancient Chamorros, as they used it to make all kinds of things. One would only have to look at all the collected pottery shards to see just how much our ancestors utilized this material. From fire pits to intricately designed pots embedded with afuk, the versatility is only limited to the imagination of its user. Also, if you forgot to bring sunblock, you could use the wet clay to cover your skin. The clay will keep you cool and it offers a bit of protection from sunburns.
The descent to the falls will be pretty straightforward if you follow the trails that have already been made and the hiking tags. There will be a point where you reach a small rest stop where you can chill out, gather yourself for the rest of the way. This is also a good indicator that you're on the right path. Just keep on keeping on down the steep hills, being mindful of your steps of course, and you'll be there before you know it. You'll definitely hear the falls before you see them, so make sure you Q-tip good and clean those ears.
Arriving at the falls rewards you a spectacular view from the top of the falls itself. You will see the river and a couple of mini waterfalls. You can use them to cool yourself off or get zen if that's what you're into. Just be super careful and social distance yourself from the edges of the rocks. There is a small cave-like crevice that you can also use as a pretty comfy place to get away from the sun, and a path to the bottom of the falls on the opposite side of the river that you entered from. The water at the bottom is just deep enough for you to catch a quick dip too, and if you decide to follow the river downstream, eventually you will be led to the Tarzan Falls, but we'll save that for another time.
Though we haven't heard of any artifacts being found here in particular, we imagine with the amount of fresh water and resources that the river provides, Our ancestors utilized this place just like other waterfalls that can be found around these parts. Tarzan, Sigua, and others like them are oases in an otherwise barren landscape and serves not only as a place to have fun at, but as a tangible reminder of the power of human intervention. With the popularity of this place growing more and more, it is important that we understand the significance of what this place and places like it can teach us about just how connected our island is to itself, to us, and what we can do to strengthen that connection.
Our island is our inheritance. It holds pieces of our past and symbols of our strength. It holds the causes of our joy. It's a place where we come together. It is a place of healing. Our island is our refuge. Our island is a place of peace and tranquility. If we would just take a moment to find it. Sidus ma'asi, todos hamdu. Saina ma'asi, dan sidus from Benin DC.
No need to react, this moment soon will pass. Stay humble and be dignified, everything is good inside, like it not diminish. When we stay committed to knowing what we've omitted illuminates the vision. Precision of thought is awareness of the self, not selfish, discerning what truly cannot be helped. A rock that wants to melt does not stay above the surface, but communicates to relatives and asks them for the service. Searching for the fire, or beings that perspire. Transcendence is creator's plan that works beyond desire. A higher purpose, or ought to will within me. Material will fade away and birth a new beginning. I'm a spinning gaseous rock in planetary orbit. Carry continents of purpose like a turtle island tourist. Transforming nations' consciousness to process that before its own existence. Beings lived in peace and balance with the force.